Imagine walking through white stone streets surrounded by blue-domed houses, smelling the Mediterranean Sea while the sun sets behind a volcanic cliff, and realizing that many myths we heard as children were born right there. Greece is one of those destinations that seems designed to enchant every traveler. Far beyond the famous photos of Santorini, this country offers ancient history, paradise islands, crystal-clear beaches, unforgettable food, and a culture that shaped much of the Western world. What makes Greece even more fascinating is that, despite welcoming millions of tourists every year, it still hides surprising corners that feel untouched by time. In this video, you will discover fascinating facts about Greece, explore some of the most beautiful places on Earth, and understand why this destination remains one of the world's greatest travel dreams. Stay until the end, because we will reveal experiences that can transform an ordinary vacation into an unforgettable Mediterranean adventure. The first fact already impresses any history lover. Greece is considered the birthplace of democracy. More than 2,000 years ago, Athens became home to one of humanity's earliest democratic systems. The ancient Greeks also made extraordinary contributions to philosophy, mathematics, theater, medicine, and astronomy. Names such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle were born in this small territory surrounded by the Aegean Sea. Walking through Athens feels like exploring an open-air museum. The Acropolis, crowned by the majestic Parthenon, still dominates the city skyline and reminds visitors that one of the most influential civilizations in history was born there. The contrast between ancient ruins and a modern city filled with cafes, markets, and nightlife creates a unique atmosphere that very few capitals in the world can offer. But Greece is not only about its past. The country has more than 6,000 islands and islets scattered across the Aegean and Ionian seas, although only about 200 are inhabited. Each island has its own personality, making it almost impossible to experience all of Greece in a single trip. Santorini is probably the most famous, with its white houses hanging from volcanic cliffs and sunsets considered among the most beautiful on the planet. When the sky turns orange, pink, and gold above the deep blue sea, it becomes easy to understand why so many couples choose Santorini for romantic vacations and honeymoons. Mykonos offers a completely different atmosphere, combining paradise beaches, charming narrow streets, and a vibrant nightlife that attracts visitors from all over the world. These islands show how diverse the Greek experience can be, even within the same country. A surprising fact for many travelers is that Greece has some of the clearest beaches in Europe. On Zakynthos lies the famous Navajo Beach, also known as Shipwreck Beach, surrounded by massive white cliffs and accessible mainly by boat. In Crete, the country's largest island, beaches such as Elafonisi amaze visitors with their pink-tinted sand and shallow turquoise waters that look like a natural swimming pool. In Kefalonia, Myrtos Beach combines dramatic green mountains, towering cliffs, and unbelievably blue water. These breathtaking landscapes help explain why Greece is constantly ranked among the world's best summer destinations. Whether you prefer relaxing by the sea, exploring hidden coves, or taking spectacular photographs, the Greek islands offer scenery that often looks too perfect to be real. Beyond the beaches, there is another place that seems to defy logic: Meteora. Imagine enormous rock pillars rising hundreds of meters above the ground, with monasteries built on top of these almost inaccessible formations. The name Meteora means suspended in the air, and that is exactly how this place feels. The monasteries were built by monks seeking spiritual isolation and were once reached only by ropes and removable ladders. Today, visitors can explore trails, viewpoints, and historic monasteries that make Meteora one of the most extraordinary landscapes in Greece and perhaps in all of Europe. The combination of natural wonder and human determination creates a scene that feels almost unreal. Standing there, surrounded by giant stone towers and ancient monasteries, is an experience that stays in a traveler's memory forever. Greek culture also has a very special relationship with food. The Mediterranean diet, considered one of the healthiest in the world, is deeply connected to Greek cuisine. Traditional dishes such as moussaka, souvlaki, gyros, Greek salad with feta cheese, and fresh seafood are part of everyday life. On many islands, dinner is a slow and social event, accompanied by local olive oil, regional wine, and long conversations outdoors. This appreciation for time, family, and good food is an essential part of the Mediterranean lifestyle that so many travelers dream of experiencing. Another fascinating fact is that Greeks consume one of the highest amounts of olive oil per person in the world. Olive trees have been part of the country's landscape for thousands of years, and some ancient trees are still producing olives today. Olive oil in Greece is much more than a cooking ingredient. It is deeply connected to the country's culture, economy, and even ancient religious traditions. For travelers who enjoy authentic experiences, visiting an olive farm or taking part in an olive oil tasting can be just as memorable as exploring a famous archaeological site. These simple local moments often become the highlights of a journey through Greece. If Greece is on your travel bucket list, remember that planning ahead makes a huge difference. Booking island excursions, historical tour, and local experiences in advance can help you secure better prices and avoid missing out on attractions that become extremely popular during the European summer season. The same is true for flights, whose prices can change dramatically depending on the time of year. That is why, if Greece has become one of your dream destinations, check the links in the description below. There you can search for flights, book incredible tour, reserve tickets for historical attractions, enjoy island hopping cruises, and discover many other experiences that can make your trip easier, smoother, and often much more affordable. A little preparation can turn a good vacation into an unforgettable adventure. Perhaps that magical combination of myth and reality is what has kept Greece in the imagination of travelers for generations. It is a place where legends, history, and breathtaking landscapes exist side by side, creating experiences that feel both timeless and deeply personal. Every island, every ruin, and every sunset seems to tell a story that connects the ancient world with the present moment. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss our next incredible destinations around the world. And now I want to hear from you. Which place in Greece would you visit first? Santorini, Mykonos, Athens, Crete, or Meteora? Leave your answer in the comments, and check the links in the description to start planning your Greek adventure today.